Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. This is the last list video that I'm doing. It's my uh, horror movie of 2020. Every horror movie from 2024 that I saw ranking. The 2024 horror ranking. These are all the ones that I saw. I have 21 movies to talk about here. I was just to forewarn you. The first nine movies I talked about a little bit in my top 10 worst. And then the last 5 I talked about in my best of the year. So it's really the middle that we're really going to get into a lot of the stuff. But, So starting off with number 21, the worst horror movie that came out this year. It's The Strangers Chapter 1. This is shit. It copying a lot of stuff from the original, but not as good. Like I said in my other video, they should have just did a sequel to Prey at Night instead of trying to reboot it. This is not good in any way, shape, or form. And you can tell that something's going on because they were supposed to release part 2 later this year, and they haven't. So, yeah. Number 20 is Tarot. Then the lady said, "Hey, let's take a board game or some kind of game and make it a horror movie. Tarot cards, because that's scary. And let's make it PG-13 so we can make more money off of it. But not have any creativity whatsoever and make it so generic that people are just not going to like it." In a Violent Nature, number 19, one of the most annoying horror movies of the year. Constantly an hour and a half of... The idea of a point of view slasher film works, but in execution, it does not, because it's just boring. There's a lot of stuff that's just not working. I hope apparently there's gonna be a sequel. Just make it certified fresh. It really says that on the back. I just noticed that. Come on, just make a straightforward sequel. Don't make it like this. Don't be artsy fartsy. Just make a straightforward slasher sequel. That's all we need. Number 18, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. Not as bad as the first one, but still not good. And all believability, all of the suspense is going to be taken out because you can kill these things and they keep coming back. Like, Piglet is back after being killed in the first one. Oh, that's just the movie, but it's based on true events. So Piglet's back, and then Pooh is killed, and he's brought back. And I forgot to mention this in my last one. Let's rip off Five Nights at Freddy's, and then make Winnie the Pooh the secret brother. What? No. Just no. Number 17 is The Crow. It still would have been bad, but you didn't have to besmirch the name of Eric Draven like you did. It just doesn't, it's not needed at all. Why was this made? Not needed, not necessary. Just make it a Crow sequel. It wouldn't be as bad as Wicked Prayer. That's still worse, but it's still not good. Imaginary, the worst of the Blumhouse movies for me this year. It's generic and it tries to rip off Insidious. And then it just sort of goes in a direction where it's like, hey, blah, 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 say little girl. No. Destroy all monsters. Neighbors. Destroy all neighbors. Annoying neighbors. Just, no. I don't even want to talk about that movie. And that was number 15 is Founders Day. Again, a generic film. Ripping off Thanksgiving and Scream. And like I said in my last one, I don't remember enough to go into it. And then it's Destroy All Neighbors. I'm not restarting this. Then we have Night Swim. A movie that, this is where things get a little more decent from this point on. It's generic. Well, this is just a generic horror movie. It's fine. Whatever. It's harmless. Then you get the ending. Oh, I have to sacrifice myself. But either way you do it, if you try to leave the property, you're going to die. You're going to go sacrifice yourself to save your family, you're going to die. Either way, you're going to die. Do it while leaving. I don't know. Now, before I continue, I should also mention I did not count Beetlejuice 2 on this list. It's a horror comedy, sure. I just didn't see it as a horror type film. It's like I never saw the original as it's a horror comedy. Sure. But I never see it as that. I never saw the original as that. I never saw this. I don't include Beetlejuice with my horror stuff. I'm not including this one with the horror stuff, okay? Alright, number 12 is Low Lives. This is a Tubi original, and it's not bad. It's this family is on a road trip. You meet this other family, and you think, it's going to be bad. It's going to be like what Speed No Evil ends up being. But it turns out this family is actually the killers and not the ones that they meet, where it looks all sus and oh no, what's going to happen? It's this family, and it's very interesting. And in a way, they take it with where the lead female character has to be a strong female lead and go, no, I don't want to do this anymore. And it just sort of flips on its head, and it's decent. Number 11 is going to be one of two movies that are very similar. This is Immaculate, and it's Sydney Sweeney, and it's the lesser of the two, in my opinion. She joins this convent. She ends up getting pregnant. It's like the son of the devil of some shit, or something, a demon child. Yeah, it's very much like another movie on this list. But I think it's the lesser of the two, in my opinion. The acting's not bad. I just didn't enjoy it as much. Number 10 is going to be Strange Darling. A lot of people are praising this as the best of 2024. But to me, it's fine. I didn't like the out-of-order storytelling. Could have just made it straightforward. Out-of-order storytelling to me is a bit confusing. It was hard for me to follow a little bit. It's just a little confusing. And then it just, you have a decent twist where you think Kyle Gallner is going to kill this woman. But it's 2024, so we can't have dudes killing chicks anymore. Nope. So we flip it on its head and say, no, it's her. And that works, but you tell it out of order, so when the twist is supposed to be revealed, we already know what happened because we've seen it in another scene. Because you have the various scenes before this of Kyle Jenner chasing after her, but then there's a point where she finds this old couple, and the old lady goes up to grab some towels or whatever the fuck, and she's downstairs with the old dude, and what you should have done was cut away, then show the scene of when she turns on Kyle Gallner, drugs him and shit, which is where the reveal should be. But instead, you ruin it by showing that she stabbed the old man. You should have cut and jumped to this. This should have been a reveal. The reveal with the drugs, because it's played off as if it is a reveal. Actually, because she's all into it, and then once he starts drinking and the stuff, she's emotionless. That should have been the reveal, but she ruined it by having it out of order. We're in the top 10 now. Number 9 is Alien Romulus, a movie, to me, that is ruined by all the winking and nodding. We don't need constant shouting of, get away from her, you bitch. Or, game over, man. Game over. You rehash the goddamn airlock sequence. Although, it's done more fancy looking here and a special looking airlock thing. So it's a little bit better. But it just, I don't know. It's decent. I didn't like it as much as others. I even say that I think this is better than 3, Resurrection, and even Covenant, because I think I liked Covenant more. But it's not bad. Objectively, it's a good movie. Next is Maxine. Here. Overall, this X trilogy, for me, peaked at X. I really liked X. Didn't care for Pearl. This one is okay. It's doing an 80s slasher. But then the twist of, it's her dad doing this. That's where the movie lost me, and I went, no, don't like. Like, no. He's this preacher that, oh, it's God's will. Something like Frailty, where Bill Paxton thinks there's divine interference in him telling him to kill people. That's fine. This dude is outright sinning because his daughter left the convent or whatever the fuck. No. Number 7, Long Legs. Nicolas Cage is here. And Michael Monroe. This was good. To me, I don't know. There's a few that people were really building up. This and The Violent Nature. And others that just sort of were there for me. And this was one of them. It's good. It's like a crime thriller. You can say it's kind of like Silence of the Lambs for a modern generation sort of situation. The twists at the end, where it's revealed that this guy is living in her mom's basement and her mom has been in on all this stuff. It's a decent twist, but what the fuck kind of twist is that? Just, eh. Alright, and the final one of these ones that I haven't talked about. Number 6, The First Omen. Yes, the two that are very similar, this was the best. The only thing that I really have to complain about in this is the ending. Where, the whole thing with Damien is the Antichrist. This woman is the actual mother, despite the fact in the original they say it was a jackal. And they're like, no. The father is the jackal. What? No, the mom was supposed to be a jackal and it buried it in this. Oh, guess what? It's actually twins. And now there's a good one out there. Because guess what? If this one does well enough, we can do a sequel. Sure you can. Sure. It did good. I don't know if it's enough to merit a sequel, but it's not bad. And now we get to the final 5 that I've already sort of talked about. Speak No Evil. Remake of a foreign film. Really good. James McAvoy. I almost said McAfield. McAvoy is really good in this movie. Great atmosphere. I said this before. This feels like it should be an A24 film. And Y2K, which is an A24 film, should be a Blumhouse film. To swap them around. But this is very well done. Terrifier 3. Why is it? Okay, I don't know. Terrifier 3. I liked it. I had some issues with some of the pacing without we just meandering with Sienna the whole time. Jonathan, one of the major characters from the last film, is killed off screen. A lot of people are going, well, actually, I don't think he was actually killed. I think they were lying to her. In this movie, no, motherfucker is dead. Okay? They don't tease. He doesn't do that. It just, I don't know. I prefer the second one. Lisa Frankenstein, a nice little version of the Frankenstein story. I do think that, like I said in my other video, if this was rated R, then the dialogue would be allowed to be more out there like Jennifer's Body, which I prefer. But it's still very well done. Late Night with the Devil. Very well done. Nice little found footage movie. The ending is very what the fuck kind of ending, and Dare That's Monster is one of the best performances I've ever seen. So, and now, number 1, Abigail, a movie that if I didn't know it was a vampire movie, I would have never wanted to see it. People say, well, you ruined the twist in the trailer. You shouldn't have shown that she's a vampire. But I argue that if you didn't show that a lot of people wouldn't have went to see it, myself included. So, kind of a double-edged sword there. But this is still really good. It's not Radio Silence's best film. I think it's their second best film. I think Ready or Not is still better than this. It would go Scream 5, Scream 6, this, and Ready or Not is the best. So, it should be the other way doing this. But yeah, very well done. My number 1 favorite movie of the year. So there it is, my horror movie ranking. And now I have to go get my laundry. And when that's done, I would do my Steelbook video, record that. So yeah, so what are your thoughts on my horror? What are your Why don't you give me your top 10 horror movies of 2024? You don't give me the whole ranking, just your top 10. Comments below, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.